Hey, g'day guys, Adam from Video Show Me How, and in this video, part of the final build series for the D-Max, we are getting started. I've been looking forward to getting cracking with this one. If you've been checking out some of the previous videos as part of this final build, this is the big one. From this far back, that is all disappearing back to chassis because we have the new tray and some other bits and bobs with the headboard and everything else that's going to go on there. Today in this video, I'm going to show you how you remove your tub and everything from behind the cab, so this far back, and then how you can install a tray onto your four-wheel drive. Then we'll be heading down to the warehouse and plonking our brand new canopy, our jack-off canopy, onto the tray. That will be on there at that point, hopefully, if this all goes to plan. So without further ado, let's get started. Right, so step one, before we can get cracking on this guy going on that guy, we kind of need to get this one ready. So obviously from that part back, the cab back, all that needs to disappear. So it's going to take a bit of effort, depending on where you're at with your four-wheel drive. If it's exactly like this, then it's nice and easy. You can follow the process. If it's maybe a factory one, you just got the tub. Good news, it's a whole lot easier. You can probably skip a couple of the steps that I'm about to do. Now, I'm not going to go into crazy detail as far as unbolting and showing you unbolting all the nuts because you'll be bored in 2 seconds, but I'll take you through the process. And the first thing you need to do is remove the rear bar. So if you are running a rear bar, that needs to get deleted first. So that'll be my first step there. I'll put a link on how to install one of those in the video description. It's just the reverse of that. The second part is the lights themselves. Now these are pretty simple to remove. Still have a bunch of gear in here from the last trip, but ultimately there is a screw there, a Phillips head there, and a Phillips head down here, and then these come out. The main reason you want to take them out is one, just to sort of protect them because these are a little bit harder to find or more expensive, and then two, you need to disconnect all the wires. So keep those out of harm's way, and you can put those to the side. While we're down the side here, you will need to jump into your fuel filler, and there's a couple of bolts in there you can remove because you need that all nice and loose for it to basically slip inwards when you're pulling the tub up. And then the last thing to really get stuck into is anything that is in your tub. Now for me, I have the Hurricane storage unit on the back here. So all of this gear weighs a fair whack. I'm going to remove the tailgate altogether just to save a little bit of weight in being able to lift off the tub. Removing that is pretty dead simple. You've just got remove the struts if you're running them, and then on the sides there's just these couple of bolts here to be able to remove. And then the last lot is just up underneath here. You can kind of see, maybe you can see in there, but basically there's a bolt that goes straight through underneath there and then straight through under there as well. So then I can get the tailgate out of the way. And then finally, anything that you have in the back of your tub. In our case, we're going to need to remove our full StoreMod storage unit here, storemod.com.au, shameless plug. You can then get any of your 12 volt, you need to disconnect that, make all that safe. And basically anything in here, our table, all of our accessories, get all of that out to make this as light as possible. So that's about it. This is sort of the boring stuff. It's just unbolting all the things. I'm going to get stuck into that, and I'll come back to you when we've made some good progress. Well, sit rep, here we are. Bar is off, and we have lights out. We have sensors off. The sensors are connected to chassis rail underneath, so when you are removing it, don't forget your trailer harness. If you do have one, keep that nice and loose. And ultimately, when you're removing that bar, you just want to keep everything nice and loose. You can see under here it is attached to the chassis rail, not to the tub. So when you're lifting the tub up and off, all that stays, and then all of this is designed to bolt on to your new tray. So next step for me is removing all of my 12 volt and the StoreMod storage unit, and then from there I'll come back to you and show you where the bolts and nuts are to undo so we can lift this guy up and hopefully off. Here we go, sit rep. We have the ever-growing piles now. We've moved this over a little bit because we are ready to go. This is what it should look like. Tub nice and empty. It is an absolute mess, but we're going to give it a bit of a gurney later. Importantly, underneath, you want to just keep... I've just moved these out of the way. This is your harness. So that stays with your chassis. Be careful of any trailer plugs, your trailer ECU, any of that sort of stuff. Just jump underneath and have a bit of a look-see to make sure there's nothing that's attached running up a chassis line and then up into your tub and it's attached. Bolt-wise, you have a grand total of 3 on the left and of course the right. Where they are is you've got 2 at the end. I'm just going to jump under and show you. So this is under our driver's side. Forget about the water tank and bits and pieces, but you have one there. You have one on the other side of your shackle. So just here. So 1, 2, and then the third one is living right down there. I'll jump up here to show you. So this is in the driver's wheel well, and there's number 3 there. So there's one there. You'll just have to get up underneath to get into this one, to unbolt that guy. The 2 at the rear, both sides, and your tub's just sitting there. So for me, I'm all set up, ready to go here. I'm going to be backing this guy back. I have my handy dandy super extendo, super over-engineered engine crane that's now a rooftop tent crane. That's going to be lifting this. So if you've got a bunch of mates, it makes this a whole lot easier. I'm soloing this, so we'll be backing this guy back. I'm going to whiz off all 3 of those bolts on either side, and we'll lift this up just a smidge so I can drive the D-Max out. Well, we made it. That is something else. A little bit different. We have obviously a tub living over here now, and that's where it'll live for the moment. And then check this out. This is the tubless chassis of the D-Max. This is what it all looks like, and this is a big part why I was pretty keen to take my time through this. And the benefits of DIYing is you can basically go through all this, because that's the next step for me, is to gurney the heck out of all of this. Anywhere that maybe there's a little bit of surface rust showing up, this all looks pretty good. But anyway, after I've gurneyed it, I'll be able to just touch that up. I've got some bare scratches here. I'll be able to sort of touch all those up. Check this vent out and all the Cape Red dirt there, so I'll be able to pull it out, give it a good clean. That's the next step here. This is what it all looks like. There's your shockies down in there. There's those breathers. This was our fuel filler in the end, so you've got the little opener on the door that we no longer need. You do have a bracket there that you could sit up there. We're hopefully going to do something a little fancier than that. There's your breather for your diff. You can see that that's up nice and high in factory trim. We'll do something with that and put them up in the headboard so it's up even higher. But yeah, you can see even down in our chassis rail, right? Like, I try and clean this all pretty crazy after every trip, but still a bunch of red dirt and sand. So that's my next step, is to get the gurney out, give all of this a red hot clean up. It's going to take me a little while, but you guys will see it in 3, 2, 1. And here we go. You can see a whole bunch cleaner, so totally recommend, if you're looking to keep the vehicle for a little while, grab some of the Kill Rust in a can. It's good stuff. Ideally give it some time to dry when there's not rain about, but anyway, we'll do that in a little bit after this little shower passes, and give it a touch up. Wait till it super dries, and then you're good to go. Definitely worth doing, because once you put all this back on, we're back to square one again. So while you've got everything open, take your time, replace your conduit, reroute any cabling you need to.
And that's it for this one. That is the how to remove your tub from your four-wheel drive from the back of your D-Max. Stick around next week for part 2, which is the full install of the DIY tray. So that's all for this one. As always, I hope you have an amazing day, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers, guys.